Hello everyone, my name is Amanda Waldhart and you are here with Amanda'sInspirationStation.com. Today I have something very special for you, something that I have been wanting to do for a very long time, and that is a craft room tour. One of my favorite things to do as a demonstrator, as a customer, I love watching videos of how other people organize their stuff. I am totally an organizer. I know not everybody out there is. I'm a labeler, if that's a word. I love to label everything. So in my tour, you are going to see a lot of stuff labeled. I just like all my stuff nice and neat and organized. Why? I don't know. I've always been like that. I just like it all nice and neat. I am one of those stampers that when I stamp, my desk is a complete disaster. My room can be a complete disaster. But if I'm getting up to leave for the day, I will pick up my mess before I go, because the next morning when I come into work, I don't want my desk to be just stuff all over it. So I am definitely one of those kind of people. I don't even know what you would call those kind of people, but I'm one of those. And no judgment if you're not. I'm definitely not judging you if you are not that kind of person. But today I'm going to give you a craft room tour. I'm super excited. I have been stamping and paper crafting since 2000. That is when I started. I started as a scrapbooker. I went to my first Stampin' Up workshop. My mom invited me. Somebody that she worked with was having a Stampin' Up workshop, and so she invited me, and I thought, okay, I'll go. And I bought my first stamp set there, which was an alphabet stamp set, something that I could use in my scrapbook. I wasn't a card maker at the time. I was strictly scrapbooking. Of course, now I do all that fun stuff. I did not become a demonstrator, though, until 8 years ago. So in 2012, I became a demonstrator, almost 8 years ago. July 7th, it'll be 8 years. And I believe it's the 7th, maybe the 5th, 6th, I don't know. It's right in that area. I know it's not July 4th. It's like right in that area. That's terrible. I should know this. But I do know it will be 8 years that I have been a demonstrator. And I have been using Stampin' Up products and loving them since 2001. So I have collected a lot of things along the way. And I've also gotten rid of a lot of things along the way. So I always wanted my own room, my own craft room, and my husband and I bought this house back in 2007. But we had at that time we only had our oldest daughter, Greenlee, and then we had our other daughter, Ellie, and we had 2 little kids, and I was home with the little kids, and I still stamped, I still paper crafted. But we did not have our basement finished. So we just finished our basement about 3 years ago. This room is my blood, sweat, and tears because we did our basement ourselves. We hired out a few things like the electrician and the plumbing, but for the most part, we did it ourselves. And when I say we, I'm going to say my husband mostly. He definitely did 90% of this basement himself. But in this room, I actually did sand everything after he drywalled. I actually covered all of the holes with plaster and sanded. I primed this room. I painted this room. I helped put the flooring in this room. So now you can see where the blood, sweat, and tears came from. I love this room. This is my favorite room in the house, and hopefully you will love it as well. And I'm totally willing to share it with you and show you how I organize my stuff. And yeah, I think that's really about it. I keep adding things. I keep sometimes taking away things. You get in your craft room and you start designing your room or you start putting in things, but then you realize that maybe the way you stamp, maybe you want this here, or maybe you don't want this in that drawer, you want it in a different drawer. So it has taken me time to do that kind of stuff. But for the most part, I love this room. There's nothing about this room that I do not love. So I can't wait to show you, and let's go. Let's get started. Okay. Now, first of all, before we walk in, I just want to tell you all that I am not a cameraman or woman. So hopefully I do not jostle you guys around too much. I am going to back up just a little bit here because this is part of our basement. So if you, there you go, you can get the gist of it here. That is the door to my craft room. Of course, I wanted a barn door because I absolutely love them. And notice I put my sign up here. It says recording, please do not disturb, because hopefully my kids will not wake up and come screaming down here. Okay, so I'm going to open up my room here, and this is the start of my room. And we'll start with the left side here. So I'm going to just kind of go around like this. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to shut the door. And then I will start going through all my stuff. Okay, so I'm going to back up just a little bit here so that you can see everything. So when you first walk in on the left-hand side here, I have these are all custom built by my husband, this fixture here. I absolutely love them. Of course, I have a coffee, tea, hot cocoa bar. Gotta have coffee throughout the day. I certainly don't want to run upstairs constantly. Plus, I do have my hostess club down here. So, you know, when my ladies come over, we all might want some hot cocoa or some coffee or whatnot. And these custom built shelves that my husband made, you'll notice some baskets right now. This is how I organize my classes versus my weekly Wednesdays or my videos. Every Wednesday I do a video. So those would be my black baskets. Those are the projects starting for April. And then in the blue baskets are all my like classes that I do. Most of my classes are to go now. I used to do a lot of live classes. And I wanted to transition to online business as well as live business. And COVID kind of forced me to do that. So I'm going to go a little bit closer here. I just have this where I keep catalogs, order forms, just different stuff. That's really all that is. And if you keep going down the wall, then I have my computer here. Although I do most of my stuff on my laptop, sadly, because my kids kind of overtake this computer, playing their games. And I'm going to actually come on the other side here so that we're not so close. And then in this corner, again, I have the custom built units that my husband made me. I just love them. And on the bottom, I have like my scrapbooks. I have card boxes. Those are where I keep all my cards. I do give away a lot of cards, I promise. Some of those boxes are empty as well, that are made room for storage if I need some, but right now I don't have anything in them. And then I have obviously my printer. I print a lot of stuff throughout the day. And then my husband and I also did these shelves. I love these shelves. They're like my favorite. They're easy, they're adorable and sturdy, and I love them. And on the top, I just have a bunch of projects that I have made or that other people have made me throughout my years of being in Stampin' Up, or different things that I've received at Stampin' Up events. And I love them. So I keep all that stuff up there, or water bottles, just different things I've gotten from both my team that I joined under, the Stampin' Sisters, whoop, whoop, and then my team, the Crafty Cats, whoop, whoop. So lots of fun stuff over there. I do have a Cricut. I use my Cricut a lot for different things. Like if I'm making team things, I will put our logo on it. I use it a lot. I use it for signs for like in my house and stuff like that too. So that's kind of fun. I have never used it for paper crafting. I don't even know how to do that. I'm sure if I sat there and played around with it and figured it out, I could figure it out. But mostly I just do it for vinyl and iron on. I've done a few things for my daughter and her cosplay stuff. So, all right, so we're going to come back around here. This is my board. I like to call it my fun board. And this board has lots of fun things on it that are like things that, it's like a collage of things from my Stampin' Up journey. I have different pictures from different Stampin' Up events. that are very special to me. Here is my mom and I, the very first time we met Sarah. Our team, Stampin' Sisters, my beautiful card that my upline Tina made me. I think that was when I reached Silver Elite. There's just different things, like that picture up on the top is my very first time standing up, earning my, nope, that wasn't my incentive trip. I don't know what that was, but it's just different special things that are special. Here is the first time that I went to Utah and actually visited the home office. My birthday card from Shannon. Just different things. Another card from Shannon that I kept. Yeah, so just different fun things. This was on our door in our cruise when I earned the Greek Isles trip, thanks to my wonderful customers and team and hard work. It's cool. I got to keep it. See, it's this kind of stuff you just got to keep. So there's that. And then moving over here, I have... So obviously you're here with me, myself, Amanda, and I call my room and my blog and my business Amanda's Inspiration Station. So a couple years ago when we came out with that suite, I had to make myself a framed art piece. And of course, next to it, you'll see a lion. I am a huge cat lover. I love all the animals. I'm a huge animal lover, but I would hands down pick cats over any other animal in the world. They're just the greatest to me. I have never lived without a cat ever, not once. So you can see where it's probably why. Obviously my team is called the Crafty Cats. So I do have random cat stuff people have given me, or whatnot. And over here, these are all the cards that I have kept, that people have given me, like customers, teammates. I love them. And then of course I have cat ears, and we wear these at our Stampin' Up events. The Crafty Cats do. These are all my lanyards that I've gotten when we go to, see, I'm not a good camera person. I'm sorry. These are all the lanyards that I've gotten from over the years when I go to a Stampin' Up event, like either on stage. I did go to a convention before they were on stage, and different things like that. So, of course, with COVID, we haven't had an opportunity to do that except for virtually. So, with that said, I haven't gotten one of those in a while. I'm going to back up and I'm going to go to the corner over there, but I'm going to back up briefly. This is my tables here. This is where, like, I have club, or I have like friends will come over and craft with me. All right, so I'm going to kind of head over here now. This is my newest addition to the classroom, or my workstation, or my craft room, whatever you want to call it. This unit is a Calyx unit, and it is by Ikea. I love it. I wanted it for Christmas, but they're out of stock. So my parents gave me a gift card so I could go get it, but then they were out of stock for quite some time. So I just got it like a couple weeks ago. So I'm really excited about it. I haven't really filled it up yet, but I do have some stuff on the top. Just some like fun stuff. Like here we go. Here's some cat stuff that people have given me, of course. My favorite is I work hard so my cat can have a better life, because that's fun. And then of course I have some cards displayed up here. Different things that I've received from Stampin' Up. Different things that I've made from different projects or cards that people have given me. And then in these bins, we'll kind of go down here to these bins. So my first bin here, this is just stuff that I like use and collect to create like treats and stuff with. So like I may, let's see here. For instance, I have one of these Bath and Body Works lotions. I may create a box to go around this and use this as a video or a project or whatnot. So that's kind of that stuff. I don't have these all filled up. Here's some more goodies per se, like little Easter pencils and things like that that I do for like things, classes. See, I don't even have these filled up. So Um, those aren't filled up, so I can't really show you what's inside because there's nothing inside of them. All right, so now I'm going to kind of back up. We're going to do the side wall here, and then I'll do the other wall. I have these right here that I absolutely love. These are Lexington Carts, and I do get these at Michael's. I do have the new cut emboss machine, but I also have a Big Shot. I also have my Cricut press and some of my Cricut stuff. And then I have the Gemini machine, and that is when I need to cut out lots and lots of stuff in a short amount of time. I will get multiples of certain dies, and then I will run them through that machine. I just hit a button and it runs it through. But generally I do use my cut and emboss machine, which I'll show you that when we get there. Sometimes I like to take the afternoon, and I like to take just certain dies that I use all the time, and I'll run them through, and I'll cut out a bunch of them in basic white, and then I'll store them. And I've shared the way I store them before. I share them in like a photo album thing, a plastic thing that I get from Michael's, and I don't remember what they're called, but they're like a photo thing that you put, and I'll label them all, and that way when I'm designing, I can just quickly grab. It's kind of nice. But okay, so on the wall here, this is another thing that my husband made for me. This is huge, and I love this thing, and we literally just took wood, stained it, framed it, and then on the back side we put chicken wire, and I use clips to clip and showcase cards. And I love that thing. Love it, love it, love it. Over to the side here, I do have a card rack. It's kind of in the way. I don't really know where to go with it right now, but yeah, it just is there. So I don't know what to do with that. But behind it, I do have a board that I like to show people. This is just a little board that I collect all my Stampin' Up pins. So we get pins when we do different things like on stage, anniversaries, we get pins. We got pins for Stampin' Up's 30th. This pin here is very special because, and I hope I'll be getting another one, thanks to all my wonderful customers and team. This pin here is for each little gem you get. That's for every $100,000 that you sell. And I just hit my $200,000 mark, and I'm really excited about it. It was a big accomplishment, and it's huge. So for anybody who's close, or you don't give up. Don't give up. That's my moral of the story, because this isn't what this video is about, but don't give up. It does take time. It takes dedication and consistency, and you will get there. And then you get pins for your different incentive trips that you earn. Now I'm going to kind of come across on the back side where I was standing, because there's my door, and this is this wall here. I have some more catalogs, my different brochures, all my fun Stampin' Up bags. Of course, I have a cat bed for my cats when they come to sleep, because they do come to sleep. And then I have this board. Originally, I bought this board. It is a whitewash board, and it's black. And you were supposed to use neon colors, but it doesn't really show up very well, so that's that. But this is the board that I put my incentive trip tracker on, and that way I can see it, because I know that's my goal, and that's what I do. I have different inspirational sayings kind of around my room that I love. And these are things that mean a lot to me. Like this one here is probably one of my favorite. Don't look back, you're not going that way. Here's another one. It says, just a girl boss building her empire. You gotta love these things. All I need today is a little coffee and a whole lot of Jesus. I mean, these are quotes that inspirational things you just need. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of hopefully not give you whiplash here. So we're at this wall, and then we're going to come this way, because back here is where I create. So I'm going to do this again so you can see kind of so there's my room. Here's my room. And now we're going to walk over here into this area. All right, so into this area is where I do all my crafting. And we'll kind of start in this corner here. I am going to kind of turn a little bit because you'll see a curtain there. And then on the back side, you will see my paper. My husband made that for me as well. He's very handy. Very handy. A man with lots of traits. He has definitely made me a lot of things over the years, and I just adore them all, and I appreciate him so much. So this is where I keep my paper. Behind this door or curtain here, I will just kind of briefly show you. I'm just going to turn on the light real quick. But it is a storage area, which is nice because I do have it organized, and I do have lots of things, mostly my scrapbooking stuff, boxes, a few things. Oh, look, there's my wedding dress way back there. Yeah, that's my wedding dress hanging there. So yeah, there's lots of stuff. My wreaths, all kinds of fun stuff. So we'll just kind of shut that. That's not really part of the tour, but I wanted to show you that I do have extra space back there, a little extra storage. All right, so going back to this corner here, you will see all these white cabinets here. These are all Alex cabinets or drawers. They are also from Ikea. I absolutely love them. I highly recommend them. When my husband and I first designed this room, we originally thought about putting in like actual cabinets with countertops, but then we thought, what happens if we ever move? You can't take that with you. So I definitely wanted something that I could take with me if I ever were to move. And that's where these came in, and I love them. I'm really glad I chose them. There's a lot more storage, a lot more drawers. They are wonderful. So on the first part, well, let me give you this little bit here. I have some more of our shelves, and that is where I keep my stamp sets and a few other little fun stuff. And I'll go into those a little closer. But over here on this long, tall one here is where I keep all my scrap paper, scrap cardstock. So I have like my pinks, my reds, my orange and yellows, and it goes all the way down the rainbow. My greens are a little out of control. I have to go through that. Okay, and my blues are a little out of control too, but then it goes blues, purples, and so forth. I have like white and very vanilla in the bottom drawer. I have black and grays in one drawer, and then browns. This right here are our old ink pad units, and I have 2 of them. I do have extra old ink pads. I usually keep them for classes so that I have multiples. They're nice to have, especially if you have quite a few tables and you're doing different things. So these stamp sets here, all on their side, they're all leaving. They're all retired stamp sets. Stampin' Up! Just released their retired list, and that is what those are. So that's sad. The ones on the very top are all retired as well. Now, generally, I do a BOGO sale where I sell mine, but there are certain stamps sets that I will not sell. A, because I love them so much. And B, I was just going to say, I love so many of them. I would try to keep all of them, but a lot of them, these ones are ones that I would use in my scrapbooking. Like there's specific things. So I would use them in my scrapbooking. Now, these ones all here right now are all the ones that are still current. So obviously those are there, and I would still be adding to those. You're probably wondering what that black fluffy thing is up there. It actually is Binks. He is the black cat from, oh, why can I not think of it? Oh, it's got Sarah Jessica Parker in it. It's the witch movie. Oh my gosh, it's going to come to me. You guys are all going to be watching this and naming it out, and I'm going to be forgetting what it is. And I can't think of it, but he's like a little gnome up there. He's cute. All right, so then I have another one of these with extra ink pads, of course. Then I have, you're probably wondering about this because this is probably weird that I have this in there, but that was from when I used to work at a credit union, so I got to keep it. So definitely I have lots of things here. Okay, so let's go through our drawers on this side. We'll go through the top here, and then I'll start going through the drawers. So on the top here, I got this idea from my friend Tammy. I just bought a crate. Michael's carried them at the time. I don't know if they do now or not. And then I bought these plastic holders at Hobby Lobby. They come like 10 in a pack for like $12. And this is where I put all of my designer series paper. Now, some of this designer series paper is not current anymore because we are letting it go. Or it was just part of our celebration. I have not pulled that yet. If it's paper that I'll use in my scrapbook, we'll go back to this curtain. I'll show you. If it's paper I'll use in the scrapbook, it will go up here in some of these cases. Because, you know, you never can have enough paper. If it's not, I will bundle it up and I will put it in my BOGO sale and sell it. This bin right here has foils and glitter papers. This has like extra paper that I've collected, window sheet paper. As you can see, I have more extra paper than I have anything. I have a little box here that says Stampin' Dies. These are all my current dies right now. Although some of them are retired too. Again, I have not had a chance or an opportunity to go through all that stuff yet. But I do have them on these magnet cards, and I get these at Stampin' Storage. I love Stampin' Storage. I have a lot of stuff that's Stampin' Storage. These two pieces right here are from Stampin' Storage. They hold my 12 by 12 card stock. Then I have some baskets up here that have different things. They're basically treats that I've made that I give away, stamp sets that I use for teams, giveaway stuff, like when my team plays bingo all month, they get a little gift. These are our squares we recently did, so that's kind of just that area. Embossing folders I have right here. Then I have my catalogs and my labels and things like that. And then I have my budget binder. This budget binder has all my monthly, receipts that I've used for my business, my class stuff, all my business stuff is in that binder. So that binder is very important to me. And then we have all the drawers here. So we started over here with the drawers. So let's go ahead and kind of finish this way. So we'll start with this side right here. So we know this is all scraps. So in here I have, I have everything labeled. This is Stampin' Up kits or just kind of extra stuff that I have randomly. Like maybe I had a couple kits that I just didn't have time to make. And there's tutorials with them. I just haven't had time to do that. That would be what this drawer is. The next drawer here is scraps. Most of the scraps that I have in this drawer, though, are, I kind of want to turn this, but I know if I turn this, it won't work ready. This whole side of this drawer is just kind of, I like to call it kind of my junk one because it's just got a bunch of stuff in it. This one right here is not my junk one. This one has tools in it. So I have my Stamparatus in it. I have my envelope punch board that Stampin' Up used to have. I do not get rid of like tools like that because I still like to make envelopes for people. So I will still use that. This right here is our little cutting board that we had. I use that for pictures for my scrapbooking. All right, so the next drawer here is also cutters and score tools. So I have my cutting boards, ones that have been passed, ones that are current, my Simply Score tool, and I have all that. All right, let's see here. Next drawer is memories and more. And then I also have some like party stuff. This would be stuff that I would have if, I was wrapping a gift or something. And then the very bottom is also just like tissue paper and bags. Okay. Boxes and tags. So let's start with the bottom one of this one. So the bottom one of this one is like my shipping stuff. So I have like, I keep these that come with, well, this one doesn't say anything, but these come with sometimes the back of your 12 by 12 designer series paper. I keep those. I have envelopes in here. I have tape. Then I have these that I bought at on Amazon. Sometimes I'll slap these on the outside of the package. It says do not crush or bend or fold. It's just a little cute sticker. I think I paid like $8 for this whole roll. I could be wrong on that, but I don't think I paid that much for it. The reason why I keep those is because I'll put those in the envelope to help prevent from card classes bending. All right, so grid paper. That's all my different grid paper. The next one is all my cello bags, my wet wipes, and just my bags that I put like cards and stuff in. Then I have it still called Big Shot tools, but I have all my like extra Big Shot plates in here, my cut and emboss plates in here. My piercing mats are all in here. Sorry, I'm being a horrible camera person, and I'm really sorry about this. The next one here is adhesives and tools. This is where I have literally I have some old tools, new tools, things that I just don't want to get rid of. Obviously some Stampin' Seal refills, some blades. That blade right there is for my Carl cutter. So that's kind of all that is some adhesives and some tools. The top one is also adhesive. So I have like my mini glue dots, my multi-purpose glue, tear and tape, foam sheets, mini glue dots, mini dimensionals, regular dimensionals. And then in here I have some old different glues that we used to carry. Stampin' Up! Used to carry a glue like this zigzag glue, which I love. I use it for letters in my scrapbooking. Okay, so moving along to the next drawer here. On the top, I have cards and envelopes. So this is where I keep all my extra like note cards and envelopes. I generally don't get rid of my note cards even if they're discontinued, because I may take an afternoon or an hour or so, and I may just make easy thank you cards, and I'll just stamp them up and make them like in an assembly line, because I do send out thank you cards for everyone who places orders with me. I send out a lot of thank you cards to just all kinds of people, so I go through with thank you cards, and birthday cards probably the most. So this next drawer here is my embossing tools. So I have different embossing things. I have trays. If you don't have a tray for your embossing, coffee filters work great. Let's see here. I have my embossing powders in these things. I love these things. I get them at Michael's. See, I label everything. Here's white embossing powder, clear embossing powder. I have 3 heat tool guns. 2 are Stampin' Up, 1 is not, because I had it way before, but it still works and I'm not going to get rid of it. And then I have a few things that I use for different techniques for cards. So I have wax paper and press and seal. So that's that drawer. The next drawer is sponge daubers and Brayers. I believe I just showed this one on my blog recently. However, you guys, the Brayers and the sponges are leaving Stampin' Up! Right now. So they are definitely on the retired list. So if you like them, go get them. They're a great price. We do still have the daubers. I keep my daubers in one of these cases. It's like an embroidery case. You can get it at Michael's, Hobby Lobby. And I did just show this, and then I just kind of label them. I do label each one. So like I label what color they are, and then I put them in order. So like these are all my brights, subtles, regals, neutrals. See, there's my organizational skills coming out. I do that. Next one here, actually the next two are all my 6x6 designer series papers. And I buy these cases here. I really like these particular ones. I get these ones actually at Joann's. And I wait till they go like half off. So they're like $2.50 a piece. And then I put what they are. So I have subtles, I have neutrals, I have different ones. Like for instance, this one here, I didn't label this one yet, but this one was the butterfly one in colors, and I have them all like that. All right, and then the bottom drawer here is where I keep some of my vinyl mats. Well, my vinyl extra pieces, my mats, or my Cricut cartridges. So that's that. All right, so we're going over to the top here. Top drawer. This is what I like to call a disaster. These are all extra pieces of ribbon. Maybe I got them in a product share. Maybe I got them in a project and I already had one open. I don't know. This is an I don't know. This is just all extra ribbon. The next one is twine. So I have all my different twines. Now, granted, some of these have been discontinued, but I still keep them. Because, again, I will use them for packaging. If I have team gifts or if I'm giving customer gifts and cello bags, I will pull out old twine or old ribbon and I will wrap that around. I'll do it in my scrapbooks, etc. The next one here is extra cutout pieces. So these might have just been extra pieces that I made, like this one was an extra piece that I actually had from my Stampin' Day Getaway Retreat in a Box. But this might be something that I might just slap on a card one day and give it as a quick thank you. Different pieces, things like that. The next one is all extra old retired embellishments. Yes, I do still keep these. Sometimes I do bundle them all up and I will put them in my BOGO sale. But like this one here are all like enamel dots. I keep them in these little cases. I do go away probably 2 times a year on girls' weekends where we spend a whole weekend in a house and we like work on whatever we want to work on. And that's usually when I work on my scrapbooking. And these are nice because I can just grab these and pack these and then I have all of them. And I definitely do use these for my scrapbooking. So there's lots of different ones here. Googly eyes. Geez, I never know when I need googly eyes, especially with my girls. I mean, I have my oldest Greenlee is 14. My youngest Ellie is 11. So, I mean, they do lots of fun art projects sometimes too. So you never know when you need stuff. The next drawer here is like coloring tools. This is where I have different things like, geez, I don't even know, like our pigment sprinkles that I never got rid of, my masks, different sprayers. I just have different things. I have salt back there for like doing a salt technique, shimmer paints. I have all that kind of fun stuff. Next drawer is all markers. These might be like extra markers I've had, blends or regular markers. I will be honest. I like to have 2 sets because when I'm doing live events, I like to have 1 set for my live events for everyone to share and use. And then I like to have 1 set that's strictly mine. So there's that. Then let's see here. This is my ink spots. Now, I get these also at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. I've shared those before, and this is where I put them. The second weekend of April, I actually am going to be going to a house with my team, the Crafty Cats, and we're going to be just hanging out at a house all weekend, and so we're kind of excited about it. Now, when I craft, I'll bring these because these are perfect instead of taking all my big ink pads. So I'll take those. All right, so we have 2 drawers down here left. This drawer here has basically my hot glue guns. This is some of that gold flock stuff that Stampin' Up had. let's see here. And the bottom one here is just like holders. So I have like my heating tool holders and some extra like garbage bins. All right. All right. So that's that side. You guys seen? I'm going to back up because we're kind of close. So that is that side. All right. So now we're going to go to this wall over here. And I have this wall here, which is opposite of where my long paper rack that my husband made. You'll see this beautiful wooden sign. When I left the credit union, the ladies that I worked with at the credit union were so wonderful, and they gave me this as a going away gift. And it says, Amanda's Inspiration Station, Embellish Life. And I just love it. It is my favorite thing. It's so cute. And I have a couple more Lexington cards here. These are basically just filled with cards that I've worked on, projects, different things like that. And then, of course, I have my cut and emboss machine. Because when I'm sitting here, I like to turn my cart like this and use my cut and emboss machine. My garbage can. Now we're going to kind of come across here because now we're on the opposite side here. So I'm going to kind of give you just a small like low down here. So this right here is this side. This is the desk side that I work at. So we'll go through everything like that and how I have everything stored. So, all right. So of course I have a TV down here. I don't generally watch TV when I'm working. I used to, but I also found that I didn't get as much done. I wasn't as productive. So when I'm actually working, I do not watch TV. I only watch TV down here if I'm down here for fun, for myself, like I'm crafting on my own and it has nothing to do with my classes or my video projects or things like that. But I still have to have a TV in here. So the top here has just a little turntable here that has a bunch of different stuff in it. My scissors, my poke tools, my bone folders, those kinds of things. And then top shelf here, I have some stamps. Now these stamps are very old stamps. Some of these are not even Stampin' Up stamps. Some of them are. Like this one is a very, very old Stampin' Up stamp. As you can see, I haven't gotten rid of it, but yet I haven't opened it either. So yeah, there's just certain things I don't know why. I guess I'm a hoarder just like everybody else when it comes to the craft supplies. And I'm a collector just like everybody else. This drawer here has some of my Scentsy stuff because I have a Scentsy plug-in right here. I like my room to smell nice when I'm working. So that's just that. Here is a drawer that has envelopes, but these are more regular envelopes. These kind of envelopes are just random envelopes that people have either given me or I found really cheap, where maybe I'll put our gift certificates in. I'll decorate them up and put our gift certificates in, things like that. This side is kind of my junk side. Like it really is. The next two are treats. And these are treats that I use to create and make things, and not, you know, not always. Like for instance, I found this goldfish pack and I wanted to use the shark bundle on it, because I thought that would be cute for a kid's, like a kid's party or whatever. But have I done that yet? No. All right. So then let's see here. These are also just extra stuff. I don't even know what's all in that. These are extra projects here that I have already made. There's nothing in them, but I like to pull these out and put some candy in them, and I'll set them out. Like team meetings, I may at team meetings put some candy and randomly pick a bunch of these, and at everybody's spot, they'll get one. I already have them made. I made them for videos or whatnot, so I may as well give them away, right? Again, retired ribbon that I love. My daughters love ribbon too. And then at the bottom here, this is where I keep my order forms. So I'm not going to open that drawer, but that is where I keep my order forms after people place the orders. And then I rotate them. All right, so let's looking at my desk here. So we're going to go back to looking at my desk here. We'll start with these drawers here. So, and then we'll do the drawers, and then we'll do the top part, because then we'll be done. So top part here, oh, look at that. Some tampons, you never know. This is where I keep like my office supplies. This is where I keep my labeler. Love that thing. I bought this at Amazon. I will put this in the link below. Obviously my stapler, my lotions, my pens, that kind of thing. That's just kind of that drawer. Second drawer, I have Post-it notes, tapes, whiteout. It's kind of my supply stuff. Here's some more supply stuff. This is where I keep all my like clips that I hold my cards at events, things like that. Those are, back here is where I have all my table holders. I put these on the table, and I'll say table 1, table 2, blah, blah, blah. And then down here, obviously, I have notebooks and stuff. Again, a typical drawer. Underneath, I do have a filing cabinet. I definitely love my filing cabinet. I will pull this out. On my filing cabinet here, I have lots of things that I use for my team, gift certificates, labels, classes, all kinds of different workshop stuff. And then down below here, I have a laminator machine. In this box is my Carl cutter. As you can see, the box is totally chewed and torn. That would be my cat. He definitely likes to chew on cardboard. Okay, so top here, this is where I keep all of my brushes for my blending brushes. I love these brushes. They're so soft. I had some before Stampin' Up came out with them, so I'm super glad that they did. I have my ribbon, my bow maker, some adhesive that I use, my eraser thing. I keep old gift cards, so when I'm creating gift card holders, I have them in there so you can see. My Wink of Stellas, my blending pens, all kinds of fun stuff there. It's like a little tool drawer. Here is all my extra little notepads. My address book. I definitely go through a lot of paper. I could be sitting here and think of an idea, and I instantly will write it down. This book here has measurements. I got this idea. It's funny because I got this idea actually. I used to write them on Post-it notes, and I would put them in a book, and then they would be on Post-it notes everywhere. And I would lose half of them. And then one time, Erica Serwin actually said that somebody that she knew did this. So she was like, oh, how genius. And I was like, thank you for sharing it, because yes, how genius. So this is where I write down like my measurements and things that I create. So if I make a box or something, I write down all the measurements and the name of it, so I can go back through this and just recreate or look. It makes it so much better than having Post-it notes everywhere. Next drawer is all my blocks. Yes, I have a lot of blocks. If I'm setting up my projects for my videos, and I have, let's say the stamp set out and I have them on blocks, I don't take them off the blocks. I just put all the blocks in and put them all in my basket, and I have it all ready to go, so that when I go to record my video, I can just grab the basket. It's all ready to go. The only thing I have to grab then is the ink pads, which are in front of me, and we'll get to that in a moment. So I definitely do have a lot of blocks. I also have a lot of blocks because when I do live events, if I have different tables, that's just, I have a lot of blocks. This is where I have all my stamping cleaners, my simple chamois, and my scrubs. And then the bottom drawer is just kind of another kind of junk drawer. That's kind of what that is. All right, so on my desk, I always have my paper trimmer. Right now, I still have the old paper trimmer up here. I do have the new one, and I do use that one as well. But I have like 4 paper trimmers, and I have some of the blades left from these paper trimmers, so I'm kind of using them up. Okay, so here again are some inspirational sayings that I have randomly. We rise by lifting others. That is probably one of my all-time favorites. And then where I have my inks, my ink refills, oops, sorry about that, and my markers. This unit here is Stampin' Storage. I absolutely love that. Above that, I have some actual of our storage things from Stampin' Up. And I have some of these little guys in here and some of our other ones. We don't carry them anymore. The only ones we carry are the skinny ones now, the regular size. But like these ones here have colored rhinestones in them. I have pearls, basic rhinestones, enamel dots, random. I mean, I just have them all right there. I do have 3 of the bigger ones. I wish we still sold these because I loved these. But these are nice because I have pre-cut. This is white, basic white, and I have pre-cut 4 by 5 1/4. These are the perfect size that fits inside most standard card sizes. So I pre-cut them and I leave them in there. Again, it just helps me when I'm designing. Yes, I have to take the initial time to cut it all, but sometimes when I sit down and if I have only 2 days to design all of a full month's worth of classes or videos, it's nice to have them all right there. Everything's already cut, prepped. I just grab it and I start designing. All right. The next thing here, I'm going to kind of back up a little bit. So right next to my inks are my punches. Again, this unit that holds the punches is Stampin' Storage. I love it. Also right here behind this camera holder here, I'm sorry, I'm just going to kind of move this. Okay, so my blend holder is also Stampin' Storage. And then what I have holding my ribbons, that my upline and friend Tina, I believe she had him. And I don't know if she used her ink pads in them or whatnot, but she was going to get rid of them. I think her dad, I don't know if her dad made them or not. I don't want to say that she was going to get rid of them, but she asked me if I wanted them and I said yes. So there's that. And I painted them white and that's what I use to put my ribbons in. I used to have my ribbons on like a dowel. And I found that I didn't like that because a lot of times I take my ribbons off and it was more of a pain. So I like my ribbons where they're just kind of open and I can just grab them as I go. I have an Ott light. I actually have 2 Ott lights. I have another one over there by my printer. I love Ott lights. This right here is just a little turntable thing that I have that kind of keeps like just little things that I need, like, you know, dimensionals, my bone folder, things like that. Let's see here. What else do I got? Just little fun things that people have given me. Like my friend Tammy gave me that little black cat. I just love it. My pins that I got from Gray Muse. I love that place. This is probably my favorite pin right here. And let's see if I can get it into focus. Well, is it into focus? Not really. Okay, it says, don't measure your progress using someone else's ruler. And I just love that. But then, of course, I have a cat that says crafting assistant, stamps. It's just fun. I love Rae Dunn. Rae Dunn is all my mugs. And I have that's Rae Dunn. I keep all my watercolor pencils in. And I just have different things. Here's another one of those things. Of course, I talk to myself. Sometimes I need expert advice. You're probably wondering why I have Mother Gothel up there, because I love the movie Tangled. I'm a huge Disney fan, and I thought she was awesome. Even though she was evil, I thought she was awesome. She played her part well. Strawberry Shortcake, that's just a little trinket. That was a tree ornament that broke, and she reminds me of my childhood. And then, of course, the Golden Girls pop figures. I love the Golden Girls. I just watched every single season, all 8 seasons on Hulu, and enjoyed every moment of it. Laughed, cried, lots of fun stuff there. So that is my room. I'm going to kind of go around again here. So this is my desk. And my wall. And the back side. My closet. My paper. My card rack moving into here. We have this. Lots of fun things. And I know that if you're out there watching this, first of all, thank you for watching this. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoy it or get some ideas of how to organize your craft room. I know that organizing craft rooms are fun. At least some people would say that, huh? So this is my space and I love it. Again, thank you for watching. I hope you got something out of it, basically, is what I'm trying to get at. Sometimes I know what I want to say, but it never comes out right. So you guys have a great rest of your day. And if you are not a YouTube subscriber of mine, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button. Okay, this is Amanda Waldhart, and you are here at Amanda's Inspiration Station. Thank you. Bye.